Lady Janice has wisdom that comes from a place most never go. Let's look at a couple, which could be you, and listen to what happens and how to fix it. You must listen to the end. Please comment and let me see if you have info to help or you need help. Wisdom I have from God. This is called the bridge between us. In the calm before the storm, Ethan and Ava had been together for 5 years. From the outside, they looked perfect. Instagram-worthy vacations, romantic anniversary posts, and a home filled with laughter. But behind closed doors, something was unraveling. Lately, their conversations felt rehearsed, their touch mechanical, their love distant. The first tremor. The silent drift. It started subtly. A forgotten goodnight kiss. A reply to, "I love you," that came a second too late. According to relationship psychology, emotional disengagement often begins before we even realize it. Ethan buried himself in work, and Ava distracted herself with social media. Neither addressed the quiet ache growing between them. The explosion. Words that cut deep. One evening, a simple misunderstanding about dinner plans erupted into a full-blown argument. "Why don't you listen to me anymore?" Ava snapped. "Because you don't talk to me," Ethan fired back. Psychologists call this negative sentiment override, when every interaction is filtered through a lens of resentment. The brain begins to expect the worst, even in neutral moments. Instead of trying to understand each other, they attacked. Ava stormed out. Ethan clenched his fists, heart pounding. The damage had been done. The despair. The loneliest place in a relationship. Ava sat alone in their favorite coffee shop, scrolling through old photos of them smiling, holding hands, glowing with love. Where had they gone wrong? Studies show that couples who reminisce about positive memories can reignite lost affection. But memories alone weren't enough. She needed to fight for them, if Ethan still wanted to fight, too. Ethan, meanwhile, lay on the couch, staring at the ceiling, his mind racing. He loved Ava. But love wasn't enough if they couldn't communicate. He remembered something he once read. We don't fall out of love. We stop practicing love. The turning point. Choosing to rebuild that night, Ava walked through the door. Ethan stood. No anger, no accusations, just exhaustion and raw honesty. "I miss us," she whispered. Instead of arguing, they sat down and talked. Really talked. Psychologists emphasize active listening, fully hearing your partner's words without formulating a response in your head. It was hard, but they tried. The reconnection. Love is in the details. Over the next few weeks, they rebuilt, brick by brick. They started daily check-ins, a technique therapists recommend to keep emotional connection alive. They revisited their love languages. Ava needed words of affirmation, while Ethan thrived on acts of service. They scheduled date nights, put their phones away during conversations, and, most importantly, forgave each other. The final lesson. Love is a choice, but true guidance comes from above. One evening, Ethan surprised Ava with a handwritten letter. "I choose you every day," it read. Tears welled in her eyes. Love wasn't just about grand gestures or fiery passion. It was about daily commitment, even in the quiet moments. But true, lasting love is guided by divine wisdom. Without God at the center, human efforts often fall short. Through prayer, faith, and divine guidance, couples can restore what feels broken and build something unshakable. 5 steps to rebuild and strengthen your relationship with God's help. 1. Recognize the distance. Be honest about where your relationship stands. 1. Acknowledge the emotional drift and bring it before God in prayer. 2. Commit to communication. Practice active listening and speak with kindness. 2. Just as we must communicate with God through prayer, we must communicate openly with our partners. 3. Put God at the center. Pray together daily. 3. A relationship built on faith is more substantial than one built on emotions alone. 3. Seek His wisdom to guide your love. 4. Reignite love through action. Love isn't just a word, it's an act. 4. Learn your partner's love language and make an intentional effort to show love in ways that speak to their heart. 5. Choose forgiveness and growth. Let go of resentment. 5. Just as God forgives us, we must forgive our partner. 5. Love is a daily decision, and with His grace, it can flourish. I am calling for true transformation. Are you choosing your partner every day? More importantly, are you seeking God's wisdom in your relationship? Comment below. What's one small thing you can do to reconnect with His help? If this story touched you, like and subscribe for more divine insights on love and relationships. Remember, love isn't just a feeling. It's a practice. It's a choice. And with God's help, it can be unbreakable. Lady Janice will fight for your problem to be resolved to the death. Life is to be lived abundantly because Jesus paid the price. Subscribe, comment and come to my website for information to help embracezamazing. Org. Shout love to you and to our amazing God.